For those that I haven't met yet, I'm Andy Ebon. I'm published the wedding marketing blog. I'm also part of the wedding education team for Wedding Wire. Wedding Wire seems to have been every place this week, so I hope you've enjoyed some of their knowledge and hospitality. We're going to start 10 minutes of information about boosting video rankings within YouTube or its competitor, Vimeo. And I make life easy for you. You'd need to write down one thing to download all the slides from this or any of the 4 presentations I've given. That's andyebon.net. And I will post those slides later this afternoon. So if it's on the slide, you don't have to write it down. If it comes out of my mouth and it's not on the slide, that may be something of there may be something of value to you. You ready? All right, good. As I said, YouTube and Vimeo. How many people are aware or use Vimeo? Okay, the rest of you, we're going to get you on board. YouTube is the most popular video site on the planet. Vimeo is a little different, and it's a little more flexible. Do you need Vimeo too? There are a couple of good reasons to use Vimeo. The most important thing is when you run a YouTube video, you know what happens at the end of the video? See that little grid with, you know, all the other things you can go see, like cartoons or your competitors' videos or, you know, God knows what. You don't need to be advertising at the end of a video for your competitor, or they have these ads that run on top of your video. That's really bad. If for no other reason, if you're using video to any amount, I think it's helpful to have a video professional account, which, as it says up there, is $199 a year, and it will be commercial free. So I highly suggest, if nothing more than for what you run video that is embedded in your site, you sure as heck want to do that. And a YouTube or a Vimeo channel will probably have more videos than you have use for on your site or your blog. But it's good to have things that are on your site, not running ads for other people. I've always found that to be a good thing. YouTube is the second busiest search engine on the planet. And you say, I don't think of YouTube as a search engine, but if you're a bride, 21 to 35, they will find things any darn way they please. And that is to say that they'll go looking for a videographer in Denver. And they'll, Denver videographer, Denver wedding videographer. And if you, as a videographer in Denver, put up videos on YouTube, it'll act like a search engine. Doesn't mean it has to be a video. Could be a slideshow. You could make an Adamoto, which is a service that creates its own set of slideshows. Then that becomes a video, and you can upload it. So don't think that you don't have enough to create a video. You can do it a lot of different ways. Both Vimeo and YouTube allow you to organize your content with channels, and that is to say, you can have testimonials, you can have yourself or somebody in your company just talking and introducing your company. You can have samples from weddings. You can have you receiving a community service award. You can have all kinds of, 3, 4, 5, 6 channels, which will make it very easy if somebody is looking to find out about what you do, how well you do it, credibility, whatever their interest is, they can go there and find it, and you're able to move things around. How much do these things cost? They're free. So if you don't use them or don't use them well, you're shorting yourself. You with me? You have that deeply interested look. Okay, all right, that's good. Keywords, this is a lot like SEO, search engine optimizations. Videos with relevant keywords appear at the top of YouTube or Vimeo searches. And how many keywords do you put in there? You don't put 97 in there. You put in the top 8 or 10 tops, specific to your company and and the video. That if it's a testimonial, call it a testimonial. That if it took place at a particular venue, the couple's name should be in your description, but they're not really an important keyword. It's what, where, and what kind of event it is. And you're going to find that this translates exactly from SEO. Tags are the same sort of thing. You're going to put in words like those that describe your business, what you do and where you do it. And as you start to mirror the knowledge you probably already have in search engines, you're going to find it's very simple because YouTube and Vimeo have instructions. They have tutorials in there. I don't need to teach you all this in 10 minutes. You simply go to their business side to get instruction on what kind of words make sense and where to put them. And if you don't know how to do this, gosh, you'll have to work for maybe 30, 40 minutes. So I don't really think it's going to challenge you particularly, but the key is that just putting up good content, if you haven't got it tagged or keywords implemented properly, it's not going to help you. Just again, as in SEO, one of the things that's neglected often is the page title. Well, in video, what's neglected is the video title. So again, the fact that it's Jack and Jill's wedding is, Jack and Jill, hate to say it, Jack and Jill, but you're irrelevant. What's relevant is that it's Albuquerque wedding at, the XYZ ranch. I mean, those are the things. And what's really interesting is people who are looking about information for a property may find your business because you have put the name of the property in the description, in the title, or wherever the case may be. So that's what the search engines see first, both within YouTube or Vimeo, or Google as a search engine will see the title first, just as it sees the page title first on a website. With me? See the parallels? Okay. All right, so that's video title description. Again, the parallel is to describe glowingly what it is, where it is, particularly good to make. How many people are venues here? Okay. We want to flatter our venues, and we want to work with them. We want to share our videos with them, or make them aware that you've posted something that is at their property. And what will happen is they will get a lot of activity on their own, and they will also get activity from, if you're a supplier of products or services, they will wind up getting caught up in the wave of your own success if you describe the event and where it is and how it feels. This is the creative writing part, but you've got to still within there fit in the keywords that make sense to you. And a little known fact is if you put in your domain name and you put the entire domain, meaning http://yourdomain.com, it will create an automatic link back to your site. And so, but you've got to put in the http:// for it to become an active link. With me? Okay. Thumbnails. You're not stuck with the thumbnail that, and this is not going to change your ranking, but it's going to change the viewing of your video. You can work within Vimeo or YouTube and select whatever is representative of the video that you put up there. Take the extra 30, 40 seconds, a minute to find something that represents and have that flagged as the still photo that's at the beginning. Now, just like in the music business, when people get their music played on the radio, you know what happens? They get more sales and they get more play. When you can push your video out, when you share it through other social media and people see it, it helps the ranking and pushes you up the ladder. The recommended length, if you're not doing some long explanation, some long demonstration, is 90 seconds or fewer. And both Vimeo and YouTube give you statistics that you can look at that can tell you when people are dropping off. So I have a friend who did a podcast that was 50 minutes, 55 minutes, but the intro went on for 3.5 minutes. So you know what I saw from the statistics? People never got to the content. They dialed out at about 1 minute and 15 seconds, and that was it. You can tell when people leave a comment that they have stayed to the end because that's what gives them permission to do that. And looking at the analytics is not hard to do. You just need to remember to do it periodically, and you'll see how much activity you get. And again, are people sticking around to see what it is that you're showing? You may decide to go back and change some things once you know what's happening. So commenters have viewed your video to the end, and they leave comments. Acknowledge the comments, just like we talk about in social media, online review sites. You want to acknowledge the good comments, and not just, gee whiz, thanks. If they made a point about something, respond to the point they made. And comments beget your acknowledgement beget more comments. And again, comments drive you up the rankings. And the little things add up. When people see your video, if they subscribe, if they share, if they favorite it, if they say it's good, or even if they say if it's not so impressive, which is not generally the case for the kind of business that we're in, but if they acknowledge what you're doing and how they want to share it in their world, it will help your ranking. Now, I actually finished on time almost on time. So I thank you for your quick 10 minutes. Again, for those of you that arrived late, damn you. No, for those of you that arrived late, you can get the notes from this at andyebon.net. That will be available later this afternoon whenever I wake up from my nap. And you can download the slides from this or any other one of my presentations. I'm going to give another presentation in some room. Where am I going? Avoiding digital disasters. I'll be in the Juniper room if any of you care to follow me down the hall. Thank you so much for your time. I hope those few things were helpful.